getting into the top 10 after picking up a pair of top 25 overall ESPN 300 prospects.
Quarterback here is LSU's Myles Brennan, and a big hit delivered on the outside. That is Justin Broyles, the Oklahoma verbal commit at corner.
Broyles doing a really nice job keying the short route and also keying the quarterback's drop. But what's going to come off of that is the slant and go, and then the fake quick screen and wheel route up the sideline. And here we go.
And Brennan will look deep. Broyles in coverage, and that one is incomplete. It is reeled in beautifully, but out of bounds on the attempt to Cameron Buckley, the Texas A&M verbal.
As you mentioned, Tom, maybe they thought they could get him with that quickness. He did a nice job of playing his responsibility, running stride for stride with the receiver. Nice play by the Oklahoma verbal.
I think I might have held off on that call for a couple of series, maybe not just after the initial attempt.
Third and long for Brennan, number 5 pocket passer in the nation, headed to LSU. The 2 Tiger quarterbacks here. The other one, Lowell Narcisse, is injured at an inside get.
3 top 25 cornerbacks, number 23, number 24, number 25 rated cornerbacks currently committed to the Gators.
Ooh. Right there, we had the slant route up top for Myles Brennan, and receiver kind of stopped on the route, but that could have been intercepted. I almost feel like they stopped on the play a little bit. Myles Brennan quickly is going to get this ball out. The receiver stops running. I'm not sure why. Jerry Jeudy, the Alabama verbal commitment, has been awfully impressive throughout the week.
I think he just didn't want to make an LSU guy look good. Second down and 10 for Brennan. One of a couple of LSU quarterbacks were Under Armour All-Americans, and he goes down. Loss of 5 on the play. Blown up by big Josh Cainto, the number 2 defensive end in the country, headed to Florida State.
He is so long. You see the ability to keep working with the hands, getting upfield, the pressure from the backside, working off the block. Just a nice, really group effort from that front. Team highlight.
Yeah, Myles Brennan could have helped himself there by dumping that ball off to the flat. He was looking play side, wide side of the field, working through his progressions, but didn't get to the flat route, which he could have just easily dumped off.
Pressure from LeBron Ray, 94 as well on that last play. Brennan took a long time here, heaves it into double coverage, and incomplete. Holding penalty that wipes out a 28-yard return for Team Armour. Ball pushed back to the 21. And some terrific penetration in the backfield here. A tackle for a loss made by uncommitted Breon Dixon, who will commit at halftime with Matt Schick, and Matt has more from the field.
And thank you, Kevin. Isaiah Wilson, big number 74. You see him trot out onto the field right now. He missed some time. They're calling it a ankle sprain. Had it taped up, put his size 50 shoe on. He's big, more than 350-pound number 2 offensive tackle in the ESPN 300, back in the game. So good news.
I love that. I love seeing that. In an all-star game, he could have just taken the pads off and gone, sat downstairs.
Great adjustment here on the throw from Brennan. Again, unafraid to go into double coverage, and he hits T. Higgins, a top 20 player in the class, headed to the Clemson Tigers.
Oh, Clemson Tigers, that's the sluggo, the slant and go. And this is a really well-thrown ball because you lose sight of the football with your back turned to the quarterback as a defender, and that's what T. Higgins does best, Craig. Go up, elevate, high point the football. He is a nightmare on the 50-50 contested throw.
6'4" and 185 on the ground for Davis, and only a yard.
You saw the ability to adjust to the football. His body control for how long and lengthy he is unbelievable. You look at that frame, it's only going to continue to grow, but he's deceptively strong.
Right.
The best way to stop him is to get physical, but he's not easy to push around.
Yeah, he's got a lot of that same wiggle that AJ had when he was here. Tall guy with short guy wiggle.
Look up to the side for Cameron Buckley. High 3-star wide receiver, headed to Texas A&M. One of a few wide receivers headed to Texas A&M in the game.
Tell you, Myles Brennan's got himself a live arm. That deep throw down the sideline to Higgins. Out route was a strong throw there from the opposite hash. LSU fans, 1 of 2 quarterbacks coming your way to Baton Rouge.
But the pocket passer in Lowell Narcisse, the number 5 dual threat quarterback in the nation. Brennan to the sideline, incomplete.
You have to be aware of the safety.
Right.
If somebody like Fagan can make up that ground and get over there.
Going from the middle of the field,
yes.
too. Yeah.
And one of the things, too, Tom, is a lot of the alumni we have seen over the years is they say this game really gave them an idea of what it was going to be like to be a college player. It really was a crash course for how ready or how far away they were.
Myles Brennan's throw on a 4th down is complete for a first down. Jeff Thomas, the uncommitted receiver out of Illinois, dazzles his way in.
Pass is complete to number 1, Jeff Thomas.
A breathtaking run of 44 yards for the 5'9" Jeff Thomas out of East St. Louis.
And that is where he is at his best. He is so dangerous out in space. You see the quickness, the ability to make defenders miss. You see that cutting back against the grain.
Oh, man.
He is an exciting playmaker and a great story of a player who, out the gate, showed a lot of promise, and then throughout the process began to lose his way a little bit, lose focus on what was important. I will say at the same stage, I do think feels a little bit further along in the technical part of his game.
Number 94 team highlight. Team Armour completes one to the sideline. Myles Brennan to Daquan Green.
And I will say this too, is he is a Georgia commit. We are talking about the job that Kirby Smart is doing in state. He is a top player in the state of Georgia. That is certainly a recruitment to watch all the way up to National Signing Day. Did say he will take a visit to South Carolina, but I don't know if the Seminoles are completely out of the race for Robert Beal Jr. either.
Well, Florida State has the number 2 defensive end of the country, and he was his teammate this year, Josh Kando. Those two both on the team highlight roster. A.J. Davis across the line to gain for a first down, Team Armour. Remember, when we say that these players are committed, nobody signed anything yet. Now, some folks are early enrollees and more solid than others, but National Signing Day in early February, that's the day to watch. That's the day when all this becomes official. Myles Brennan, the LSU verbal at quarterback. And he will sling one over the head of his target. That's Amari Rogers.
Got really good arm talent, but again, in these types of settings, if you get some separation, you get an open guy, you got to hit it. And Amari Rogers, so quick and explosive. Reminds me of Ray McLeod. And Amari Rogers committed to Clemson. That same type of thing, a running back feel with wide receiver skills. Could use him in the backfield, you could use him in the slot, jet sweep, all those things that Clemson loves to do on offense.
Pump fake for Brennan. And a deep shot. And some terrific coverage along the sideline provided by C.J. Avery. Number 7 safety in the country. He is Louisville bound, and he smothered Rogers.
And if you watch the practices during the week on ESPN, you're going to watch Avery do something that Herm Edwards taught him. He turned into him and up, and he also got his eyes back to the football.
Yeah, we were talking about defending against the taller target as a smaller defender and having to lean in. Really well done there.
Highest ranked Louisville recruit in 6 years, C.J. Avery, but here he cannot make the stop on Saeed Adebo, the Notre Dame verbal. Good for a first down and a gain of 17 yards.
Saeed Adebo, he can really run. Jalen Rager, Jeff Thomas, you got some bigger receivers like a James Robinson in here, like a T. Higgins, but some of these guys that are under that 6'1", 6 foot mold are just jets.
And the thing is, Tom, too, with Saeed Adebo, I don't know if at any birth
at the next level for you.
We think so, yes.
And on the ground here with the quarterback Brennan.
To be smart. You gotta like what you're getting in that young man as an offensive tackle.
And you spoke about it at the top, the ability to learn more about these players in the evaluation process.
Right.
And that is what this week allows us to get a better feel for the intangibles.
This handle there between Brennan and the running back Todd Sibley on the exchange. And Levi Jones swooped in for the sack, a loss of 9 yards on 3rd and short.
You got that right. There's no blitzing, but that football hit the ground. That gave Levi Jones all he needed. What is on the ground? Watch him right in the middle of the screen. He sees that, and he is shot out of a cannon right upfield. He's not going to allow that Armour offense to have a second opportunity.
Almost took Brennan's head off.
Another 4th down attempt for this offense. Brennan on 4th and 11. Shovels it out to Sibley, who was calling for the ball. That was about the best option there.